Good morning. I'm waiting for my daughter in her hair appointment, so I thought this would be a great opportunity to come on here and discuss a few things, I guess, that I've been pondering this week just through life and my own experiences and going-ons. And it's when is the last time you sat down and explored your own needs, your values, what gives you purpose and meaning, and actually ask yourself those questions. Now, I am 50, and I can honestly say I did not ask those questions to myself till like a few years ago when I was going through the FMCA and going through my journey of self-development, exploration of where I am, where I want to be, why I want to do that, and actually investigate me and just get a little deeper and a little bit more clarity on what I want, what do I need, what gives me joy, what values do I hold and beliefs, and am I staying true to them? And it's sad to say that it was only a few years that I've done this. It's unfortunately it's not taught. We're not taught to put ourselves first, as a woman and as a mother, daughter, sister, friends. I mean, we are, I think, societal and generational. We are taught, or we see how we're supposed to, put everybody else first. So we neglect our needs and our beliefs and our values and what we want, because we have to put our time and our love, because as moms, if you are a mom or not, that's okay, but I think it relates to so many other areas. So it's like we're giving, but we're not giving to ourselves. And I think once we start to analyze ourselves and pull back the layers and actually ask ourselves, all these questions of where we are, where we want to be, and put the work on us too. That's what gives me hope, and that's what drives me too, because since I've done this work on myself, first ever personal development workshop I ever did was a Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within, and that would have been in, I think it was March of 2021. So it's like 2 and some years ago. And that, or maybe it was in the 2020, no, I think it was 2021. Anyways, but that was so powerful, not because it was Tony Robbins, but because I allowed myself time to actually carve out time for myself and go through some of these questions that were asked. And I've never asked myself those questions before. And so after that 5-day, 4-day experience, I was like, why did I wait to start digging into what makes me tick, what makes me thrive, what makes me want to live, what makes me want to flourish, what makes me, and what's holding me back. So there was a lot of questions that I've never asked myself before, but it was so powerful and eye-opener. And ever since I've done that with my FMCA training and actually, looking at me for once, because as a mom of 3, I put them first. And I never gave myself time for me. And since doing that, it has changed my outlook. It has changed my mindset. And it also allows me to be more free of my thoughts of where because I'm asking myself all these questions, and because life just doesn't have to be status quo or what it is like right now, especially if you're going day by day just by checking off your getting up, doing this, doing that, going to work, coming home, right? And so for me, it's like I don't want to settle on, oh, that's the way it was done, that's the way it has to be, but I want to show up every day for me. And then if I do that, then I could be a better person, a better mom for my children. And because if I'm not true to me and happy in that area, then what does that reflect onto my children, onto my friends? And it gives me clarity of so many dimensions of life. So it's not selfish at all. And I think it is very important. It is very healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, because since doing any work on myself, I've seen growth in so many areas. And it's not a process that just happens once. And it's like once you start looking at your own life and actually digging in, I found peace in a lot of areas. And so yeah, question is, how many people do self-development or have done self-development or is currently doing self-development programs? Or it doesn't even have to be a program. There's so many free articles and stuff out there. How many people actually have been doing this for a while? Maybe it's just me, maybe it's but anybody I have talked to, they don't. And I think it's so important that we do. And I for me, it's like this doesn't end. It's an everyday process of still looking at where I am, what am I still holding, true to my values and beliefs. And you know what? Those change over time. So it's a constant process and it doesn't stop day to day. But I think the main message is like, we have to put ourselves first when it comes to our health, happiness, our well-being, so that we can show up and be the best person for those in our lives. And it's not just self-development, right? It's like taking time out for yourself to reflect, to just take a break and pause and say, it's okay to say no. It's okay to be not okay. And so having just time for yourself to explore basically who you are, your thoughts, and how ways to improve in areas that you want to. Anyways, food for thought. But ever since I started doing those, digging in process, it's changed me, it's changed my life. And I am, I could say, oh, I wish I did it earlier. I do, but I can't. But I'm just so happy that I've started now, because it has definitely made things brighter, and it also helps me to come to terms with certain things and be a little bit more peaceful with myself. And I think that's very, very important. Anyways, so I would love to hear from you, and if you have done self-development, or what ways do you, okay, if you have done self-development, what have you done? And what other ways do you work on yourself on a daily basis? Like, what things do you make sure you always do to put yourself first? Yeah, I would love to hear your feedback. So I hope everybody's well, and you take some tidbits from this and see what your responses are. So have a good day.